everybody. Today is Wednesday. It's January 24th. Today's Barstool Rundown is presented by Rough and Rowdy, as you see behind us. Rough and Rowdy on a Thursday. Don't confuse that. It threw me off.
This is the perfect time to have it on a Thursday, too. All the sports here are terrible. This is the only sports I want to watch. It's always great entertainment. Rough and Rowdy always hits. I'm glad I have something to do on a Thursday.
Not just that, but Dave and Dan are honestly the best at calling these matches. Like, it does not get better than having Dave and Dan freaking out behind the call, having Roan or Caleb. Like, it just, Rough and Rowdy is always so great.
Dave and Dan do make it so fun.
It's like, so fun.
Even when they just cut to them, you can see like how much fun they're having. It does. It like heightens the broadcast.
Well, it's not just them either. Obviously, Robbie does a great job. Large, Roan, Caleb, Jerry, Frank, everyone does a great job.
Pete
does a great job. Does.
Love you, Pete.
That's a good point. Main events includes dwarf title fight. Bobby Lang defending his heavyweight belt against a 6'6" monster. I love Bobby Lang, big fan.
Yep.
Vicky D versus a 39-year-old angry mom.
Love that. Never underestimate an angry mom.
I'll take your word for it. And Lord Burns versus the Backflip Ninja. There's a live ring girl contest after the final bell, of course. The pay-per-view is available to watch on buyrnr.com with replay available until the following week. Come watch New England locals settle their feuds in fists and spit. It's going to be a night full of pure disrespect. All right, first topic of the day, Doc Rivers is back in the NBA. The Bucks decided to replace Adrian Griffin after a 30-13 record, which sounds insane. But I don't know. Chief, what do you got?
You know what? As a Bears fan, when they decided 30-13 wasn't good enough, it's a bold move that they felt like Doc was an upgrade. I applaud people willing to be like, good isn't good enough. We're trying to be great. Whether Doc gets them there or not, I don't know. But in my head, it's like, man, they're going for it. They made a bold move, trying to upgrade. I love it.
Yeah, 30-13, I can't get that out of my head.
Supposedly there was some, like, maybe locker room issues, things going on with Griffin whenever he was head coach. There were some internal issues. I'm not exactly sure what that means as far as the NBA. But throwing Doc Rivers in, I mean, mixing things up, it's interesting. It's
weird, though, because usually when teams win a title, their likability goes down. Mm-hmm. I don't feel that way about Giannis and the Bucks. And obviously, Damian Lillard is one of those guys where I think he was loyal to Portland as long as he could be. Yeah. And he's a guy where I'm happy he's succeeding as well now, too. So they're a team that I like, considering the Bulls are pretty much dead and gone.
Kind of like Doc's first championship team with the Celtics, where KG did it as long as he could in Minnesota, bring him to Boston, put him with the established star with Pierce, and see, they obviously added Ray Allen too, but it feels like they got something building there. And I think like Giannis is just more likable. I feel like a lot of the other, like LeBron's always going to kind of be a villain, and it's like whoever beats them, we're good. So I love that.
But it is funky. You go Budenholzer, then you get Adrian Griffin, and now you go Doc very quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something's funky. I wouldn't be shocked if like random weird reports about the locker room, more like divulging into what happened, starts popping up.
I would think that too, because I mean, to go 30-13 and then just to be booted, and then like there has to be more.
Yeah, that you would think.
The substance of it.
And a lot of people said like they're 30-13 in spite of Adrian Griffin. I saw like they got like funky rotations. Their defensive strategy maybe not the best, but I don't know. I don't watch the Bucks enough to comment personally. Yeah. But that's just what I've read.
Is Doc even that great?
I mean, it's wild to think he's on his fourth team now.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
He's one of those guys who's been like a lifetime coach.
Right.
I mean, obviously the Celtics, he had a great core.
Yep.
The Clippers, he had a damn good core as well. Never really did much with it.
I think they only ever got to the second round.
And then the Sixers, he had a good core as well. But
same thing.
But with Harden, he kind of threw him under the bus at the end there. So who knows, really?
I do like Doc, I guess. Like
as a Chicago guy, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Proviso East, like he's a Chicago legend. So I've always liked Doc too.
How much are NBA coaches actually coaching though?
I think it's more ego managing. Yeah, I think it's more of that. Like, you got to make people happy. And I do think, like there is especially in the playoffs where, rotation's thin and it's more about the starters. Like, you kind of have to find an advantage at some point between your five versus their five.
Totally. So and you're, playing the same team 7 times in a 2-week span. Like, you have to find little edges. And I think he's been able to do that at various points. We'll see if he does it here. it's got to be hard to turn down coaching Giannis too. So it's like, I'll get out of the booth and go coach Giannis.
That's what I was just about to say. Between Giannis and Dame, I mean, that's fun, right? I'm excited, and I don't even really watch that much NBA.
Yeah, and if Adrian Griffin did nothing wrong, and it's more so like, hey, we just want Doc, just goes to show that the higher power, there's always some scheming going on in the back room.
Yep.
Always. Second topic, there are 3 people who were voted into the MLB Hall of Fame: Adrian Beltre, Todd Helton, Joe Mauer. Joe Mauer, first ballot. I think all 3 of them were first ballot, excuse me. People who missed out were Gary Sheffield, Billy Wagner narrowly missed out. Sheffield is last time on the ballot, so he's done unless the Veterans Committee vote him in. Andrew Jones got 61%. Alex Rodriguez got 34%. Manny Ramirez 32.5%. What do you got on this, Chief?
So I think Beltre, it's that Hall of Fame meatball test. Like if you close your eyes, is he a Hall of Famer? He falls a little short to me.
Beltre?
He was never the greatest third baseman at his position.
Oh, but he had some longevity though.
Totally. His numbers are undeniable. I know why he got in, but
he's had more
ahead with him.
More true.
Yeah.
More controversy surrounds the other 2, Mauer and Helton, than Beltre. I think Beltre, everyone's like, no, he's a surefire.
Because he held on a long time, and he was good the whole time. I'm not trying to take a shot at him, but there was a moment Mauer won an MVP. I'm pretty sure, right, with the Twins.
Got 3 batting titles.
3 batting titles. To me, he's almost kind of a myth. Where it's he was one of the greatest high school athletes of all time, Mr. Football in America. He was Gatorade Player of the Year. His quarterback commit to Florida State. Obviously went the baseball route. I think he was a state champion basketball player, averaging over 20 a game.
This is Mauer, yeah.
And then obviously the baseball career. I played hockey with him at a charity event in Minnesota this past summer.
Not to brag.
I didn't know it was him because you would not expect some random guy in their 40s to
be that good.
I'm like, oh, this guy must have been a college player or something. No, it was Joe Mauer. He's just good at everything.
He was good at hockey too.
Yeah,
that's insane.
He was competent. Yeah.
And the same side of the coin, Todd Helton was in the same QB room as Peyton Manning at Tennessee. Yeah. So it's
he's I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm never gonna play.
Yeah.
Peyton. Yeah.
Just guys who whatever they did in life would have been successful.
Yeah.
But Beltre's got 3,000 hits.
Totally.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. The numbers are undeniable.
Mr. 3,000, you can't take that away.
He was never an MVP type guy.
Yeah.
But which is normally how I would say
But I think
a moment when you're the best player in the league.
Yeah, but I think maybe he deserved more respect.
Yeah. Was Andrew Jones linked to steroids and I just didn't know?
That I don't recall.
Okay,
I don't believe he was ever. Which
to me, he and Adrian Beltre are similar, where they're great long careers. And I'm sure Beltre's numbers are better, but top of their position defensively for a decade plus. I thought he would have gotten a bigger chunk of the vote.
Yeah.
I loved Andrew Jones back then. Yeah. Loved Andrew Jones.
Megan, any thoughts?
A lot of these guys, I'm way too young to even know about their careers.
Felt like a shot, but
look. I didn't start watching baseball until I said 10 years ago upstairs. I think it's longer than that because I've been with my husband now 13 years, almost 14 years. So it's been 15 years, but my competency in baseball knowledge isn't core.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to.
This was my peak era.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah. Same. I mean, this is the draft where obviously one of my favorite Cubs of all time, Mark Pryor, he went number 2, Mauer went 1. Yep. So you look at that and you do the door number 1, door number 2. Yeah. He went to Minnesota guy, so the Twins took him. Things changed. I don't know. Mauer was really good. I don't know if he changed the whole trajectory of the Cubs, but
I think they still made the right pick.
Pryor was the guy.
So unbelievable at USC, and his first 2 years of the Cubs. He was
first 3. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Cy Young type of guy.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
18-6 that 2003 season.
Yep.
2003. I was on aim.
So was he.
Yeah.
But y'all are being boys, watching with your dads and your cousins and your family. My dad hated baseball. He despised it.
Speaking of hating baseball.
Oh, what a good segue, Ed. What a good segue.
I had to cut your story off there. I apologize. Anthony Rendon says baseball season is too long. He's being accused of hating baseball. Apparently, Jonathan Papelbon said in his podcast that Rendon literally hates baseball. Yeah, it's long, but it's what you signed up for. Just tell the team you want to play half a season and get back your salary. Rendon apparently said in an interview, "We got to shorten the season, man. It's too many dang games. 162 games in 185 days or whatever it is. Man, no, we got to shorten this bad boy up." So I don't know if you know.
I will say that a lot of, from what I understand, I have some friends in the Astros organization. There's a lot of baseball players, a lot of good ones, that truly hate playing baseball. Hate it. Like, absolutely hate the sport of baseball. And it blows my mind. How do you go out there and play, as you said, 195, 182 games or days?
162.
Yeah,
The numbers
over.
off,
Yeah, I was gonna say that made my brain a little funny, but he was a baseball player.
Anthony Rendon hates baseball to the point that he doesn't know how many games there are.
Why are they talking about this now? Because this has been a story for years. I don't understand why this resurfaced.
I mean, maybe.
Is this a new interview or something?
I think the Papelbon quote was new, and I think the Rendon quote might have been new.
Yeah, I mean, listen, newsflash, he's correct. There's way too many games. Everyone knows that.
What do you think the right number of games is, though?
That's a good question because I like a lot. I like a lot of the baseball. I like a lot.
I don't need baseball in April.
Oh.
At all?
No, I don't.
I mean, they've had seasons where it starts in March too. At the end.
I know. Yeah, I definitely don't.
That's crazy. There's something about opening day in the spring. You know.
I agree.
May's still spring. May's still spring,
yeah,
folks.
I guess it's still kind of chill.
Still spring. I know that's like coming from people who live in the Midwest. It's cold, so that's why I definitely don't need April baseball.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like it so much because I am used to a very hot April month, and
Sure.
I want the outdoor sports. I want to be outdoor, drinking a nice beer, watching the game.
April is sneaky one of those months though, where it's like you get kind of everything. You know, you really only have April and October. You get like the NFL draft stuff, but it's like a circus. You get NHL, NBA playoffs going on. Then when you mix in like the baseball starting up, it's just like you got like you're in prime like remote days where you're just clicking off a million different things. It's great.
Yeah, but newsflash, you say a lot of baseball players hate baseball. There's a lot of reasons why. I mean, it's in the summer. You're waking up early as fuck when you're a kid to go on those Saturday morning games. There's reasons to like.
But it's also like just so chill.
Yeah, I was about to say like.
Also, I don't think Papelbon should be giving him shit. Like, you were a closer. You worked maybe 2-3 days a week.
Yeah, but you still got to be there.
So, I mean,
But still gotta be there.
Showing up is half of the battle. You know what I mean? Like you show up and you still get paid just to as you say, play 2-3 games a week, maybe.
maybe for him.
But at the end of the day, if you still got to be somewhere that you don't want to be, it's still
Sit there and watch a baseball game for 3 hours. Shut the fuck up is what I would say to you know.
But I don't know. Maybe I just enjoy my job. Maybe I enjoy coming to see you guys, and that's why it's not like a hassle for me. Maybe I don't hate my job because of that.
Sure, yeah, there's obviously exceptions for sure, but I don't know. It's Anthony Rendon. I understand whether they're ever like these guys haven't had a 4th of July for you know. I get it.
They'll have more. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, arguing for it.
Totally.
There's just a lot. If they would, like,
Do you
they
think
could
get the 4th of July off, Ed?
No, because it is baseball. You know, I think like Sandlot. I think baseball. So I think it's still good.
Or, you know, Rendon, go do something else. You know, if you hate it so much, but it's like the money is great. Yeah, like I don't know. It's one of those things where, it's like I don't want to hear you complain, and you get the whole winter off.
No, like
whatever you want.
Sure, I don't know if
from October until mid-February.
And I don't know. I've never seen a quote directly from Anthony Rendon, like on video. Is he like complaining, or is he just like, hey, I'm just stating a fact? Like, I'll do it, but it's fucking stupid.
But he doesn't do it. He hasn't played over 60 games in 3 years.
Yeah, he's been hurt a lot. Next story: Chuck Schumer is trying to ban Zins.
Oh no! Everybody in this office is just up in arms.
Yeah, Taylor Lewan, I saw. He said he'll go to the front lines for Zins. That's a battle he'll take on. He's not into politics, but he'll fight for the Zins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Nicotine is a strong addiction.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, be more disconnected. You know, Chuck Schumer, like, yeah, he probably got like a memo. He probably doesn't even know what
Zins are. No, and he's saying like it's targeting like teens through ads. Like, look what we had Joe Camel. Like those Zins don't look appealing to teens.
I'm not a nicotine guy anymore. Occasionally I'll throw in a Zin. I am thinking of becoming a protest Zin guy, where I'll just start throwing in 6 milligrams and be fine with it. And I'm just gonna do it. That's too much for me.
There's 3 and 6, right?
It's 2, 3, and 6.
Maybe I'll do a 2.
The 2s are plenty for me. But I'll get on this board because we can't have the government. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on Zin.
I think I'm with Chuck Schumer.
Why?
You just want to be the heel, Ed.
No.
You do.
No. Listen to me. Here's why. I hated the dual vaping phase, which is not over. Obviously, that's still huge now. People do that instead of cigs. People do that. Do Zins instead of dip. I'm just an old school dip guy. And it makes me sad that, people just throwing the chaws in their mouth, the red man, the skull. It makes me sad that is like getting phased out. I'm just old school.
What does our boy White Sox Dave say? Because he's a Grizzly wintergreen guy.
Yeah.
When he's trying to be classy, throws in a Zin.
Yeah, like if people want to do both.
Dip spit is so dirty that dip is dirty. You know how many times I as a child walking around, there's empty Coke cans. I just pick a Coke can up and it's dip spit.
I know, but
This is the White Sox Dave equivalent of him putting on a blazer.
That's very true. Or a pink coat.
Yeah.
I know, but it's part of history. It's part if we lose that society of people knocking over spitters or someone making out with a girl with dip in their mouth, it's just part of a little dirty little college boy society. Well, I just don't want it to leave. We gotta
save it.
We got a
Save
society.
the
Yeah,
dip.
we got a society. I just want to save the dip. That's
All right.
That's it. That's all it is. So keep them both, but just make sure people are still dipping.
Red Ed is with Philip Morris.
Last topic here. American Airlines apparently forced a flight to return to the gate due to excessive farting. Some dude who was just unruly. Fasoli walking at the perfect moment. What do you think about farting on a plane, Fasoli?
No.
Not about it. He said you should just sleep. Well, this guy was excessively rude. He was muttering under his breath. He was saying you thought that was rude. Well, how about this smell? And proceeded to fart excessively.
Dude,
Did he fart on command?
That's what it sounds like. It's like he's got a fart gun, and he can just pull the trigger whenever he feels like it.
What a lethal weapon if you're able to fart on command.
It's disgusting.
It's biological warfare. It should. No wonder he's a terrorist. He's kicked off a flight for a reason.
Do you think he's on a no-fly list?
I mean, he should, because I think anyone who does anything besides a medical emergency that makes the plane go back to the gate should be on the no-fly list.
Yeah.
But someone who could fart on command, I can't hate them. I gotta be honest.
If you're in an enclosed area, no.
Recirculated air, and it's got to be bad. It's got because
I mean, he was.
People are farting on plane. Don't fool yourself. People are farting on every flight that's ever flown.
Oh yeah.
This guy just being so brazen about it and just doing it.
Muttering under his breath. Who does that?
Brutal.
Yeah, these must have been putting people to sleep.
Yeah.
So it was probably really bad.
Imagine he just rips ass in the little oxygen mask.
Yeah, exactly. I'd we need the equivalent. You know how they always said that if you piss in a pool it turns blue or purple or turns purple or whatever. We need the equipment where we could turn them green.
Like a cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
There is an equipment where you can if it's the thermal readings, you can see people fart.
Oh really?
Yeah, infrared.
Yeah.
Infrared cameras can pick up the heat coming out. Unless that's just a gift that I've seen.
No, I've seen it. It's real. I'm choosing to believe
it's real?
I'm choosing to believe it's real.
Okay.
I guess it would have some heat coming out your ass.
Yeah. It gets a little steamy.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. What a savage this guy is. That's all I could say. After show, I mean, the dozen is.
You're reeling. You're panicking.
You are.
You're texting Dave every 30 seconds. Please, Dave, we can't do it without you.
No, I'm just.
Team Zeddy's in sham.
Poor Clem. No Zeddy?
Yeah, no fucking Zeddy. Yeah, obviously shocking news yesterday, finding out that Dave is quitting the dozen. I mean, I think me and Clem, we talked last night, and we're behind him. Obviously, that's our captain. We're the number one team in the league, back-to-back Final Fours. Haven't lost a game yet this year. No rings, but we're still a good team. We're still an original team. And
you're like the 90s Knicks.
It's a new league. It's an expansion. There's only been 3 champions. There's still a lot to play. And things were shaping up well for us this year. I don't know what this means. We've had people reaching out to me and Clem left and right about being a third member. We're not entertaining anything at the moment. We're going to let this shake out. We're going to talk to Dave, and we're going to make our decision from there.
He did definitely have a freak out. I wonder how poor Jeff's doing today, because I feel like Dave was on a tear right now.
Yeah, he's not happy, that's for sure.
And Kirk, just is he back on Team Minahan?
He's a
I don't think
chaos
so.
agent. Yeah.
I think this is more proof to show you that Kirk doesn't even own, he just doesn't own the Trivia League. Kirk is pulling the strings to a lot of this company. That's
so?
my takeaway. Yeah, Kirk's the man behind. He's the man behind the curtain, in many ways. I believe that Kirk is running the show a little bit here.
Do you think he has Dave's ear? Do you think he this doesn't seem like Dave liked this move.
I think they're adversaries to a degree.
But Dave kind of loves him though too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I think yeah, and that's not. Listen, Kirk. He knows how to put on a show. He knows what he's doing.
I've had a lot of people asking if I would kick Dave off the team to bring you on to Team Chicago. You, me, and Kelly. Oh, you got excited about that.
I'm just saying. I said ooh. I said ooh.
He said ooh.
Because you know that would be Clay, Steph, and bringing Durant in.
I'm not.
Kelly is Steph.
There's no.
Are you Durant?
I'm not taking any. We're not taking any calls right now.
White Sox Dave would be fuming to know that you were trading
that offer's
him.
not actually coming. I'm not going to extend that to you. Dave's my guy.
So be it. All right.
Yeah.
Go for it, Fred McGriff. Why wouldn't he?
It's an old narrative. He's been good this year. Dave's been good. I don't know what his points per game are, but he's markedly improved this year over last year.
Shout out White Sox Dave.
And that's why that's why I'm sad. I wanted Ziti. I wanted Kirk Minahan. I feel like we have a good team that we could compete with anybody.
Have you played the experts yet?
I'm not afraid of the experts either. We can.
You guys are getting Johnny Bananas backpacked by fucking Kelly Keegs. You guys didn't make the tournament last year. You guys added.
We had chemistry issues. We had a lot of things going against us. So Kelly's an awesome player. But last game, like Dave and I, we covered our bases well, and she hits the pop culture stuff.
You're solid. I
think we're the 5th ranked team, and after this shakeup, we're probably top 4.
I'm just concerned with the corn dogs.
You guys are choosing not to play.
Corn dogs.
That's my team.
Shout out to the corn dogs.
Yeah, and Jeff, nobody on our team is quitting, trading, whatever. We're loyal to the dozen.
All right. That's the rundown. Go by Rough and Rowdy tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
It'll be a great one.
Get your ass embarrassed.
Oh, big right from leg. Body leg taking control.
I'm gonna come to beat the shit out of people, and I am gonna come to be your champion.
Acknowledge me, your new champion.
I got the belt now.
We're still some badass shit.
Can we get her some real competition, please? That was an ass whipping.
Black Italian.
I'm the fucking boogeyman of the division. Anybody can get it. I'm a fucking problem.
You tell him to suck his dick, Barry.
I didn't put a leash on your guy.
This is Rough and Rowdy. Welcome, fellas.
I love it. Here they come, the bagpipes.
And it's over. You can have all the bagpipes you want, but when you get caught straight in the kisser, it does not matter.
The champ is back, and the champ is here to say, let's go. You don't need a stick when you get motherfucking hands like these, bro.
That was incredible. This is a heavyweight fight. Another big one.
This is the craziest environment we've ever had for one of these.